Okay, so I'm not deleting that video, people. It's going to be reviewed by YouTube. That's what information that I read there. They can review it all they want, like whatever, you know. I mean, they can't delete a video because somebody has a gay voice. Okay? Because that's the only thing that stands out in that video if you were looking for something to complain about in terms of,
oh, that's my voice. You can really tell it's me, even though nobody knows who I am.
You just a little speck somewhere in the great grand universe of planets, right? So, no name, no government employee ID number. Really, that's what we should have. Like, really, why do these people do this kind of stuff? Right? If they don't want people to act out, then why don't they treat people with respect? I didn't know those people from Adam. Okay? Did I ask for my daughter to die? To end up in the freaking ICU at the Surrey Memorial Hospital? Oops, sorry, can't mention the name of the hospital now. That's illegal. Don't breathe. Gotta protect the integrity of the hospital. Gotta protect the one gay person that works in that hospital, because there's only one out of freaking hundreds and hundreds and thousands of employees. Right? As if people are gonna be going around, hey, so say something so I know who you are. Fuck off. Get a life. Right? Again, maybe if you would have done the right thing, whoever complained, unless, of course, it's one of those GMOiers impersonating themselves to be an employee of a corrupt healthcare system. You know, maybe if you weren't so corrupt, maybe if you actually took some pride in your work and, you know, did the right thing and told the truth and actually cared about your patients and the family members that love those patients and are a part of those patients' lives, then people wouldn't retaliate. People wouldn't speak out. People wouldn't talk about it. You know, they'd be talking about what a great job you did, which you didn't. You lied. And you caused psychological damage with your bing to the brain with the cortisone again, right? Because you thought you could capitalize off of my daughter's body as you lied about it and did nothing to find out the truth as to how she got there. Instead, you were too busy blaming her being a fucking addict when you damn well knew she wasn't. Right? If every job could be that easy, oh, well, they did it to themselves. Move on to the next. It was just a junkie. Or just, you know, somebody experimenting with drugs and, you know, they shouldn't have touched it, so therefore, they deserve to die. You don't like it? Then talk to people differently. Treat people differently. Right? How dare you insinuate my daughter did it to herself? Just so that you could capitalize off of her body as you continued to lie to us and give us misinformation.
Oh, well, the cocaine offsets the fentanyl. So, you know, she could have done the cocaine 2 hours ago, but it took 2 hours for the fentanyl to kick in. Well, I thought you're healthcare professionals. You know how drugs react with the body. Cocaine has been around for like centuries. I'm pretty sure as a healthcare person, you would know the exact logistics, in terms of, well, if you're going to do coke at 8 o'clock in the morning before you go to sleep, mixed in with some fentanyl because you want a speedball in there because you just like getting high before you go to sleep,
Right? So what, you get a good kicker for 10 minutes and then you get kicked off with the fentanyl and it knocks you out and kills you? Is that how it works? Like, you couldn't even give a straight fucking answer. You were too busy pointing your finger saying it was Shemai's fault. As you lied to us about her being sick, when in fact she wasn't sick. She was dead. And she should have been pronounced dead. There are like thousands and thousands and thousands of healthcare workers within the healthcare system in the province of British Columbia, Canada. Those voices could be anybody's voice in terms of working within the system. It just so happens that those people need to go back to school and learn some etiquettes and some morality. And to tell the truth, learn how to tell the fucking truth, right? That's a big one. And if your employer wants you to lie, then stand up to your damn employer. Tell your employer that you're tired of freaking lying for them. Right? Fraser Health Authority. Okay, people. So you see the date here. It's June 4th, 2018. I'm uploading a video. And I thought I'd check my email, which I don't check very often, people. I really don't. But it's a good thing that I did, because this thing just came in 12 hours ago. You can see. This is to notify you that we have received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. This is the video, people, that my son
can't say anything about
recorded.
What happened with your grandfather.
Right?
So you don't know.
Well,
you didn't know.
No. Well, I know.
Okay, which my son has a legal right to do.
Okay. Did you
Because
know
he
about
was a
Andre
party of the
and stuff with
proceedings.
Andre?
I do. I know, like...
Sorry for
Right?
interrupting you,
No,
but like...
If
so you can...
Fraser Health Authority
history, right?
and their staff would work with ethics, my son would not have done that video. He would not have done that recording. Right? Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. We would like to give you an opportunity to remove or edit the private information. Well, first of all, I don't know what they want me to remove or edit. With the content reported, you have 48 hours to take action on the complaint. Well, it's not being specific as to what needs to be removed. If you remove the alleged violation from the site within 48 hours, the complaint filed will then be closed. If the potential privacy violation remains on the site after 48 hours, the complaint will be reviewed by the YouTube team and may be removed pursuant to our privacy guidelines. Alleged violations commonly occur within the video content. YouTube offers a custom blurring tool which allows you to blur anything in your video, including individuals or information. For more information on this blurring feature, visit the Creator Blog and Help Center. Alleged violations may also occur in the title, description, or tags of your video. What? Fraser Health Authority? Is Fraser Health Authority stalking my videos now? Is that what it is? Right? Because they damn well know what they did to my daughter, and they don't want that truth to get out into the public any more than what they want what happened to Uncle John get out into the public. YouTube offers metadata editing tools which can access by going to my video, okay, blah, 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 blah. Making a video private is not an appropriate method of editing, as the status can be changed from private to public at any time, because they can be turned off at any time. We are committed to protecting our users and hope you understand the importance of respecting others' privacy. Well, You know what, people? That is the fucking joke of the century. Because first of all, these people put my daughter on display and allowed anybody and anyone to go into her room and do what the hell it is that they wanted to do, regardless of what the family had to say and why we said it. What are they wanting edited? There is no face, no visualization of a face. We have feet. That's what you got. That's it. Am I supposed to edit that out? Oh, hold on. What was that? Heads. Back of heads. And more feet. Do you see that? What the frick hell can you see? Absolutely nothing. And then you hear my son
This is Elise. She's the PCC.
talking truth about what this corporation has done to my family again. Right? Is that what they're trying to keep private? What they did to Shimei and his family again?
So did she tell you about the plan that your mom and I came up with?
Are they?
Yeah.
Who are they? Where's the privacy in this? Just a voice.
What I guess my confusion is because we've had a lot of trouble with social workers in the past. With Andre.
Am I not? Am I supposed to edit that out?
With my grandfather. He was basically kidnapped from my family, shipped to Victoria.
He's not lying.
Actually, got on.
Let me remind you, people. I went in front of a judge 3 times. 1 hour first time. Well, it wasn't even an hour. I went in front of 3 judges with Fraser Health Authority and their dragging Andrew. Well, Andrew just played nothing but fucking games, right? Brought out his funky case law that suggested that Uncle John was an abused 14-year-old girl, and therefore it had nothing to do with what happened to him in terms of case law, and it should be thrown out of freaking court. Right? And then he brought in more case law, so the judge at the Supreme Court for that motion so that I could, what do you call that? Have my fees waived. Instead, it became a fucking trial all over again with the case law, right? And the judge just ignored what I put in terms of having my fees waived and sent me to the cops. Which, the paperwork is still sitting here, people. Because now I'm dealing with Shimei. Well, Fraser Health Authority, Andrew, right? This is the same shit. It's just a different pile, right? If you go into their privacy guidelines here, the claim is being made by a legal representative for the individual whose privacy is being violated. Whose privacy am I violating? My son's? You can hear his voice. You can hear a woman's voice. You can hear a man's voice. And just a bunch of runaround bullshit that my son recorded. The bullshit. The bullshit lies. And that is a violation of privacy? What about our privacy? Right? What about Shimei? Right? And just hook her up to machines, even though she passed away. Tell the family that she's really, really sick. Oh, but we're looking after her really, really well because she's really, really sick. But now that we know that she died of fentanyl, she's an addict. So she's not sick anymore. She's just a drug addict. And, she did it to herself. From one to the other. Flip-flop.
Right? She did it to herself, and it's insignificant, and we can't give you any legitimate answers to your questions in terms of how it got into her system, and, how long it took to freaking hit her system, and gave us more lies. They fed us more lies. Is they're sneaking behind our back, letting in people that they shouldn't be letting in, because I'm telling them what the hell's going on, and they don't want to listen. My son called him on it. If they would have listened, that video wouldn't have been posted. It would never have been made, people. It would never have been made. So don't we have a right to stand up for ourselves? You can't go to court and stand up for yourself. You try to go to court and stand up for yourself, and all you do is get squashed. All you do is get humiliated. All you do is get threats. All you do is get sent somewhere else where that somewhere else ain't gonna get you anywhere. They don't need me to go to the cops to find out what happened to Uncle John. They need to go to the cops and go find out what happened to Uncle John. Because they know what happened to Uncle John. They know that John got put in a freaking hammock, was drugged up, put on a fucking ferry in the bottom of the freaking car bay, transported across the water like a package, immediately drove off to emergency so they can say, oh, look how we found him. Look how sick he is. What was she doing to him for him to be so sick? And then they started their little mind experiments on him by isolating him and all those things that they did to him. So he started really losing his memory. Convinced him that he had been robbed and that all his ID was stolen from him, which is a freaking flat out freaking lie. So they can steal his money. Just like they lied to us about Shimei. So that they could get money from the provincial government to boost up their freaking ICU wards. And pay their union workers. Right? And they want that to keep it private. They want to keep it private. But yet they put Shimei on a fucking display case. Oh, but that's private, right? It's okay to put her on a display case, but as soon as you call them on it, it becomes private. How does that work, people? You can't see anybody. You don't know what they look like. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they're working. They could be anywhere. We could have went to the Royal Columbian Hospital for all they know. Hell, we could have been in Victoria for all they know. No names. No last names. My son, he gave his name. I don't have to ask fucking permission for people to do the right thing. Obviously, these people don't want to do the right thing. Right? Because if they had done the right thing, right, that video would have not went up. So what? We're the criminals again? We're the fucking liars and thieves? We're the ones that are fleecing the taxpayers of millions of dollars? Giving the public lies? Playing with people's heads? So, do I take it down? Or do I just let YouTube take it down? Based on what? Based on what? Andrew? Well, bring me back into court, Andrew. If you're watching my videos, fucking come and get me. And then we'll talk about Shimei. Right? Come on. I dare you to. You want to talk about Shimei? Because you're dirty hands in that. You got dirty hands, Andrew. Something you'll never be able to wash off. Ever. Ever. You can't go around hurting families the way you people do. And then call it privacy. It's private. No, there's nothing private about what happened to my daughter. Absolutely nothing. Those people intentionally tried to hurt my family through my daughter
the way they misrepresented my daughter and my family to protect the criminal, to protect the murderer, basically. Just like you're protecting the kidnappers of Uncle John. Investigate yourselves, man. Go to fucking Victoria and go find out what happened to John. Because you damn well already know what happened to John. That's why you're stalling for time, picking off my loved ones one by one, removing the witnesses one by one, protecting killers one by one. You want the narrative to change? Then why don't you just be professional and do your damn jobs with ethics and with morality? You know? If you serve the public, then respect the public. Don't try and use and abuse them and capitalize off of them. Humiliate them. Fraser Health Authority is a very dangerous corporation. And this shit's still being censored. 49 views, it says right there. Here it says 70. Which one is it? So how do you edit this? Here's your guidelines. First party claims are required. We do not accept claims on behalf of third party except in the following situations. The individuals whose privacy is being violated does not have access to a computer. The individuals whose privacy is being violated is a vulnerable individual. I highly doubt Julian is a vulnerable individual. If it was Julian, didn't say Julian's last name. If Julian didn't want people talking about Julian, then maybe Julian should be a decent freaking human being. Instead of some scoundrel running around, sneaking around, doing the things that he does, thinking that nobody's paying attention. The claim is being made by a parent or legal guardian, or the claim is being made by a legal representative for the individual whose privacy is being violated. Whose privacy is being violated in this, people? Huh? Marcane's? Shimei's? Are they protecting Shimei? Duty of care to the patient? When the patient was dead? How does that work? We will not accept privacy complaints filed on behalf of other family members, husband, wife, cousin, brother, sister, co-workers or employees. Individuals must submit a report themselves. A company. Andrew? Tips on filing a complete privacy complaint. Please be clear and concise so that YouTube team can identify you within the video. Well, they're not telling me who I'm violating here, people. They're not saying, well, it's that foot that you just seen a second ago, or that voice over there sounds familiar, or maybe it's that voice over there that sounds familiar. Or is it in the title? Fraser Health Authority. What do? FHA? Hospital? BC Healthcare System? How about we change the title? BC Healthcare System. We'll make it universal. Use timestamps to indicate only one or two places where you clearly appear in the video. Well, I don't know. They're not telling me. There's nothing here to tell me. It just says, this is to notify you we have received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. What? What? Shimei? Shimei's complaining from her grave? From her urn? Is it Shimei that's complaining? Because last time I checked, we're talking about Shimei here. This all has to do with Shimei, because Shimei's not getting any justice, people. Shimei was on display, remember? Okay, so I'm just going through this little process here. Contact the uploader, right? If you think that a video posted on YouTube violates your privacy, whose privacy are we talking about here, people? Okay? Because first of all, in Canada, you have a right to record something if you're a party of this. Marcane's well aware that this video is up. Okay? Right? We don't need permission to record things if we're a party of that recording, people. Again, if Fraser Health Authority wants to have their reputation preserved, maybe they should control their employees and stop exploiting the patients and the families that are connected to those patients, including immediate families, as in the case of Uncle John. Begin by contacting the uploader to let them know. Well, that never happened. Nobody contacted me. What's the next one? Flag the video. Does this video or comment violate your privacy? Or is there something else about it that you find objectable? If you found material that violates YouTube community guidelines, please use the flagging feature to bring it to our attention. You may learn more about the flagging of content. Okay, so I've already read those things. So let's go to the next one. Abusing the privacy process may result in account suspension. If you're using this contact form to harass other people on the site or to create false privacy reports, your YouTube account may be suspended. I understand that I may lose my account. Well, it could be one of those trolls from GMOI, the one that was just screwing around with my previous videos and then deleted all her comments as she's transferring my videos onto some snide YouTube page. But besides that point, what personal information is being revealed? Really, what personal information is being... Shimei's codex? That she's not allowed to see because you have to go through records? Is that what's being revealed? They never showed Marcane, right? Image or full name refers to still images, audio or video footage, or text that uniquely identifies you. Who am I identifying outside of we're talking about Shimei? My daughter, who came out of my womb. Your personal data. Personal data refers to an individual's social security number. Don't have that there. Contact information. Don't have that there. Don't have home address. Don't have email address. Don't have credit cards. No other financial information. None of that. Was this helpful? No. Submit. So what have they done? Oh, I guess you pick one of these. Your image. So we'll just say your image. To notify the uploader of the privacy complaint and provide them an opportunity to remove or edit their content, we ask that you fill out the information below. Your privacy is respected in this process. Again, Shimei was on display where anybody and everybody could walk in at any time of the freaking day or night and do as they pleased for as long as they wanted. At no point will your name or contact information be released to the uploader without your consent. Well, of course not. The uploader may have 48 hours to take action on the complaint. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to take action on. Because the majority of that video, like 99.9%, is blacked out, and all it is a conversation with my son reminding the staff, the healthcare staff, that they were misrepresenting Shimei and the family and putting us at distress and at risk. They were putting us at risk as they were lying to us so that they could play games and reward somebody who hurt my daughter. You will be notified if the uploader removes the content or if YouTube has taken action on the content. our communications to you about this process will be sent to you email. So your legal first name, your legal last name. And then there's my email address, because I wanted to see what okay. I want to see. My image is shown. Nobody's image is shown. Nobody, what? You see the back of a head with somebody's shirt on. Could be anybody's head, could be anybody's shirt. There is no legal name shown. My voice is being broadcasted. Oh, okay. Well, who would know who you are? And why would you be stalking my videos? Unless, of course, you knew something you had done was wrong. My child is shown. No. Please identify where the questionable content appears within the video. Within the title of the video. Well, I put healthcare staff. I removed Fraser Health Authority and put healthcare staff within the video. Well, if they're going to start deleting videos because of voices, then that's just another form of censorship and protecting criminals or protecting people who can't do their jobs correctly because they have an ulterior motive to fleece the government, the taxpayers, of millions and billions of dollars as they lie to family members as their loved ones are rotting on machines. Within the channel background. Where in the video does the questionable content appear? If your image or information appears for a duration of the video, please indicate. Please provide additional information regarding your appearance or actions that differentiate you from others in the content reported. This information will not be forwarded to the uploader and will only be reviewed by YouTube. So what? YouTube is going to look at a foot, a back of a head, and a shirt, and a couple of other people standing around that you can't see shit. I have a good faith belief that this content violates my privacy. No. If you don't like being a healthcare worker and you don't like doing your job, then go get another freaking job. Because you're a public servant who did a lousy freaking job. And you were called on that lousy job that you did. As you exploited my daughter and her family. Okay, people, as you can see, it says edit in progress. I took out the shoes, the pants, the shirt, and the back of the heads. I changed the title. Why are healthcare staff doing this? Again, we have a right to stand up for ourselves. We have a right to protect ourselves. We have a right to free speech. We have a right to gripe on about poor services from the union sector, namely coming in from the healthcare system. And we have a right to record and upload if we want as well. Right? So, I took out, I don't know, a little bit there anyway. In terms of a voice, people, it's not my fault that the man is gay. Okay? But does that mean that we know who this gay person is? Because I'm sure there's more than one gay person working in a hospital, right? So that's a little far-fetched to say, well, they gotta cover my voice because you can tell I'm gay and, you know, people are thinking about who I am versus about what happened to Shimei. No, I think what's more important here is what happened to Shimei.